I never believed in the existence of shadow people. They were nothing more than whispered tales, urban legends shared around campfires. That is, until that fateful night when my skepticism was shattered, and I came face to face with the chilling reality of their existence. It was a moonless night, and I found myself alone in my small apartment. A feeling of unease had settled upon me, as if an invisible presence lurked just beyond my field of vision. Despite the lingering sense of foreboding, I tried to dismiss it as an overactive imagination. As midnight approached, I decided to retire to my bedroom. But as I opened the door, I froze. Standing in the hallway, a silhouette materialized, darker than the surrounding darkness. It had the vague form of a human, but its features were obscured, lost in an abyss of blackness. My heart raced in my chest as I stumbled back, my mind flooded with disbelief. The shadow person didn't move, but I felt its piercing gaze bore into my very soul. Fear paralyzed me, rendering me incapable of rational thought. I watched as the figure slowly dissipated, melting back into the shadows from which it emerged. Trembling, I closed my bedroom door, desperately trying to convince myself that it had all been a trick of the mind. But deep down, I knew that what I had seen was all too real. Sleep eluded me that night, my mind plagued by haunting questions. Who were these shadow people? And why had they chosen to reveal themselves to me? Days turned into weeks, and the encounters with the shadow people continued. They appeared at the edge of my vision, fleeting glimpses of malevolent entities. Sometimes, they stood in groups, whispering among themselves in hushed voices that resonated with an otherworldly quality. I became consumed by a sense of dread, constantly on edge, fearing the next encounter. The shadow people seemed to follow me wherever I went, haunting my waking hours and infiltrating my dreams. I could feel their presence, their energy, an insidious force that drained the life from my surroundings. In a desperate attempt to escape their clutches, I sought answers. I delved into ancient texts, folklore, and obscure legends, trying to unravel the mystery that plagued my existence. My research led me to discover that shadow people were often associated with negative energy, feeding off fear and despair. Armed with this newfound knowledge, I resolved to confront my fears head-on. I ventured into the darkest corners of my apartment, where their presence lingered most strongly. With each encounter, I mustered the courage to face them, to stand my ground against the encroaching darkness. But as my defiance grew, so did their aggression. They no longer confined themselves to mere glimpses and whispers. They began to reach out, their shadowy tendrils brushing against my skin, leaving an icy trail of dread in their wake. Their touch felt invasive, a violation of my very being. With each passing day, I felt myself slipping further into their grasp. They were no longer content with mere appearances. They hungered for something more, a connection to our world, and they sought to use me as their conduit. I could feel their influence, their insidious whispers in the deepest recesses of my mind. I knew I had to break free, to sever the ties that bound me to their malevolent realm. Armed with a talisman of protection, I performed rituals of purification, calling upon the light to banish the encroaching darkness. The battle was fierce, my very existence hanging in the balance. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the shadow people retreated, their presence dissipating like smoke in the wind. Exhausted but triumphant, I realized that I had overcome their hold, at least for now. But the memory of those encounters still haunts me. The fear they instilled within me has left an indelible mark on my soul. I can only hope that my tale serves as a warning to others, a reminder that the shadows hold secrets best left undisturbed. For those who dare to tread into the realm of the shadow people, beware. Their existence is a testament to the darkness that resides within us all, waiting for a chance to consume our very essence.